Call of Duty guns tier list. That's what we're doing today, and it's gonna be for Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Let's get into it. All right. So first off, we are going to be starting with, this was the XPR. Now the names, it's been a while since I played Black Ops 2, but I do remember for the most part, most of them. I remember what they did and how they kind of felt. I think this was called the XPR. If I'm not mistaken, it was like the semi-auto sniper rifle, but the heavy one. I'm gonna kind of give it a B, I think. Like maybe B, maybe like A minus, B minus. This gun was weird because it had like a near 100% perfect hip fire accuracy at close range. I had no problem just randomly bipping somebody in the head with it. But I'm gonna give it like, I think I'm gonna give it an A. It wasn't that bad, honestly. Snipers in VO2 were really good, just like how they were in pretty much all VO2 Call of Duties. I think this deserves its A slot. Next, we got the LSAT. This gun's stupid. If you put a target finder on this thing and camped up in a window on Stronghold, was it Stronghold or was it? Yeah, it was Stronghold, I believe. Yeah, that old map. If you camped up in one of the windows in that house or even on Nuketown with it with a target finder, this gun was pretty freaking broken, man. What was this? The R5 3. I can't remember what it was, but it was the burst pistol. This gun was godlike. It had a very high potential to one burst, if I remember correctly. And even if you didn't get the one burst, the rate of fire was quick, so you still get that, you know, second burst potential. It honestly might be S tier. Of all the pistols, easily the best one above them. It's so freaking good. I guess the Cap 40 is probably a little bit better because it's fully automatic. I still think this is an S tier gun. I actually do got a list of names of guns pulled up now so I can remember what I'm calling these things. But we got the Ballista, S tier. This was basically the intervention of Black Ops 2 pretty much. I mean, the DSR, I guess you could put, was up there, but this was the fast firing, one shot, hard hitting gun. It was better than the DSR if I'm not mistaken, but this was the intervention of this game pretty much. All the montages for the most part had this gun. It was an incredible gun. The ballistic knives. I really hated using these things. I'm gonna give this gun like a D. It was weirdly inconsistent, and I think it was just based on everybody's connection in the lobby pretty much. Don't miss playing with that. Next we got the Chicom. Give this a C. It wasn't terrible. It was just kind of mid. I didn't really care for it too much. I think it was like 4-round burst too. It was kind of like the Pharaoh, I think is what this gun is. The Pharaoh was going to be based off of this gun, I believe, in Black Ops 3. Next we got the crossbow. I remember I used to troll so freaking hard with this thing, put on explosive bolts. We're gonna put this in, I'm gonna put it in B tier just because I liked it. I use this gun often. It wasn't like perfect. I'm gonna give it an A. I like trolling with it. Favorite gun in the game that wasn't like one of the fully automatic weapons. AN-94 was godlike, loud as hell, but it was godlike. This thing was very easy to kill with. Love this gun, and I loved like the reinvented versions that they added in Black Ops 3. I think it was like the KVK 99. Love this gun. Loved it. After the nerf, the DSR wasn't as good as the Ballista in my opinion, so I'm gonna give it an A tier. I think they're relatively close, but I think the Ballista is still the better gun. Dude, I don't miss playing with this gun. The SMAW, even if I tried to kill myself with this gun, I'd probably still live. Yeah, I don't miss playing with the SMAW. I mean, I think this is a SMAW. This is a SMAW. This is that lock-on rocket launcher. Couldn't do anything with it but shoot down kill streaks, so who cares? Was this the 5.7? I think this gun was A tier, honestly, because you could just like rapid fire trigger with it. I think this was the 5.7. I don't remember what the other one was called, but this was the 5.7. Cap 40 was godlike. You put it on an extended mag with this, it's just one of the best guns in the game by far. KSG, baby. Some people hated this gun. I loved it because I just love trying to map people with it. Favorite gun and favorite shotgun for sure. I don't remember what this was called, but I remember it had like the rotating barrel on the other side that you could kind of change out. It wasn't bad, wasn't like great. I'll give it a B. I mean, it was just kind of fun to troll with, but it had a very high like close range base damage. I want to say it didn't really have any range to it. I give it a B. What was this? The M4? Was this called the M4 in this game? Straight up don't remember what it was like. I rarely use this gun. I don't even think I got this gun diamond, honestly. I just never care for it. Oh, baby.
Yeah, boy.
The M8, yeah, that's S tier. M8A1 literally was the go-to gun for the entirety of the competitive Call of Duty scene for the most part. Like, this gun was disgusting, especially with how bad people's connections used to be back in the day. Oh man, I love this gun. One of my favorite guns of all time. It's a shame we don't get too many burst weapons in the Call of Duty League anymore. They're too scared to make them good because people will complain about them being too good, but they also just end up being terrible, which sucks. I don't remember what this LMG was even called. I only saw the LSAT being used. Literally the LSAT and the hammer. That was it. I don't really remember this gun, and to be frank, I'll put this other one here too. Like, I would see them around. I don't think they were bad or anything. I just didn't use them like that. What is this, the MP7? I'm gonna give that an A tier. Godlike SMG for the most part. I mean, I still think the MSMC was better, and the Scorpion was probably a bit of a more fan favorite. But the MP7, one of my favorite guns across Call of Duty. I love the iron sights on pretty much every MP7 variant that we've had across Call of Duty. I want to see it in action again. I would like to see it become the meta in Warzone too, honestly. I love this gun. MSMC, probably the best SMG in the whole game. I mean, the Scorpion, really good up close, lots of ammo, rapid fire basically built into the gun. I think the MSMC was just the all-around better gun. The MTAR, I'm gonna give it a B just because I hate the iron sights in this thing. You basically, in my opinion, had to run a full-time sight on this gun. I did not like the iron sights. The PDW, I'm gonna give this an A tier because this gun was cracked. It had a lot of ammo. It was fast, decent recoil control. Love this gun. One of my favorite SMGs of all time. Peacekeeper is an S tier in my opinion, just because of the fact that it was like one of the first real times to get a DLC weapon, and it was good, and just all around a really well-made gun, regardless of what scenario you're in. Love this gun. The Remington. Oh, dude, this gun was something else. Some people really didn't think it was that broken. I'm gonna give this gun an A tier. Dude, when I got shit on by a shotgun in this game, it was always the Remington. Every single time. RPG, I mean, B, I guess. It was pretty annoying to troll with it. I mean, it had a pretty strong blast radius for the most part. If you weren't wearing a flak jacket, I mean, you were pretty screwed by this thing. It would literally kill everything within like a 10-mile radius. Good overall, but I mean, it's a rocket launcher, so I mean, I don't really see it going up in the S tier slots anytime soon. What was this? The SV12 is that what this was called? Okay, so the S12, I was close. Saiga. B. I mean, I think it's basically on par with this gun for the most part. It might be a little bit better than this one, I think, because you could put a super big mag on it and it was just crazy to just go. I don't think it's better than the Remington. 110% don't think it's better than Remington. Remington might be S tier for the shotgun category. This gun was stupid, man. The foul, oh my lord. If you had a trigger finger with this gun and fast mags, it was disgusting. You can also toggle it to full auto too, which was a feature that I loved about Black Ops 2. A lot of guns had that single fire full auto feature. They brought that back in MW2, but I don't think it's been as good. We do have the Cronin right now, which has like that semi-auto switch, and they just nerfed it, but it was still really good when they did nerf it. This gun has been pretty damn good across almost every Call of Duty, including MW19. The foul meta was disgusting. The Scar H, one of the most beautiful guns to ever grace Black Ops 2. The sound effects for it were phenomenal. It just sounded hard hitting and heavy. I'm gonna give this an S tier. I think this gun is one of the best guns to ever grace this game and to grace Call of Duty in general. I love the iron sights on it. It just felt smooth. The SMAW, I mean, I don't think it's more memorable than the RPG, but I'd still put the RPG above it. I'd give it a B. Scorpion, S tier, arguably. I wouldn't put this in A tier. Or I think this is well above these other two guns by a mile, but I don't think it's better than the MSMC rather. We've got that infamous Scump clip. He's getting cross map kills with the Scorpion. But this gun with the built-in rapid fire in it, and the fact that you can even put more rapid fire in an already rapid fire built gun was absurd. This thing had a lot of ammo and it shot quick, and if it controls recoil, it basically crossed the map. We've seen it happen. It was doable. Sometimes I like to put a grip on it too to control the recoil, but outside of that, I mean, this gun was the up-close demon and absolutely demolished pretty much anybody in front of you. It was godlike. What was this? The SM2, I think? Okay, so I had to look it up. This was the SMR. I didn't like this gun. I mean, I don't really remember it too much. The SVU though, see, I think the XPR did it better. Arguably had more recoil, but this is always a guaranteed 2-shot kill. You can kind of troll with it because of the fact that it had so much ammo. I think it was like 16 bullets per mag, if I'm not mistaken. That's probably a little too high up there. Could reliably usually kill somebody with it because it fired so quickly and you didn't have to rechamber the bullets. It was a semi-auto sniper, pretty much. I don't remember what this gun was called. It was a SWAT. It was called the SWAT. I hardly ever saw anybody use it over the M8. I give it a B. That doesn't necessarily make it bad. I don't think it's A tier worthy. Oof. Okay, I don't remember what this pistol was. But I remember using it a lot and it was pretty strong. I'm gonna give it a B. Good pistol. Don't think it's better than the other pistols that we've put into the S tier category, and I don't think it's above the 5.7. The knife, I mean, you know what? I'm gonna give the knife an S tier because I trolled in the gun game with it. I was that kid that would go in the gun game, never get off the first gun, and just stab people over and over and over. That was who I was in Black Ops 2. Type 25. I think this is probably a B tier gun. It wasn't terrible. It actually had decent iron sights. I'll give it that. I think it was B tier. It wasn't really above the other guns, I want to say. Do we honestly have to question this? I think the Vector might need to go Oh, this is a tough one. This is really, really tough because I think it's better than these two guns. I think I'll go A tier, better than the MP7 and the PDW. Wait, what the heck is this? This is the XPR again. Yeah, this is the Black Ops 3 XPR if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so we won't count that. All right, I'm gonna organize each of these categories really quick, guys. Give me 1 second and let's look at our final results. This is basically the final results. So I think the M8 is above all ARs in the AR category. It's kind of like a tie between all of these for the most part. I think the A94 might beat these other ones out, and then between these three, I'm kind of really indifferent about for the most part. We don't have any other LMGs in the A category or the S tier category. Cap 40 is definitely better than the BR 553. I think this is what that was called. I think the MSC is the all-around better gun. Scorpion is absolutely devastating, but I think this one covered more areas. Next, we've got the Ballista, definitely S tier. We've got the Remington, S tier. Knife, I'm just putting there to kind of troll, but I think it's S tier. The XPR versus the DSR, don't know how I feel about this combination right here. I think this one probably had more of a social impact because of the sniper montages, so maybe we'll put it above it. Crossbow's the crossbow. Got the 5.7. Got the Vector, I think is probably above these in terms of just all-around damage quality. I think this is probably better than these other two rather, but I definitely think the PDW is better than the MP7 just because of the ammo capacity and how crazy it kind of moved. I don't know, man. I was stumped with this one a little bit too. KSG definitely belongs here. I think the S12 is better than whatever this revolver shotgun was. The Type 25 was a sleeper looking back on it. I definitely think it's better than the MTAR and the SWAT. RPG is better than the small, and they got the other pistol whose name escapes me. You got the Chicom in C, the SUV in C, you got the ballistic knives in D, and the shotgun pistols. I hated this thing because you couldn't shoot it at people. It was only good for shooting kill streaks. I really can't give an opinion on that. Don't fully remember how these all kind of played out. All right, lads, that's gonna be the end of this video. If you enjoyed this tier list, be sure to leave a like on it, sub to the channel. Let me know what Call of Duty you want me to do next. It might be Black Ops 3, honestly. I played that game probably more than any other Call of Duty to date, but if you want to see that, again, leave a like on this video, sub to the channel. Let's get to 1,000 subscribers. And as always, this has been Jay the Gamer. Peace.